Oh, and it looks like we got a school in. Morning. This morning I'm at the Yorkshire Sculpture Park. It's junction 38 of the M1. It's not far from Wakefield or Barnsley. And there's acres and acres to walk around. And there's lots of sculptures to see. So we're going to find a couple today. There's one I'm particularly looking for, and that's called the Seated Figure. And I think this is it's a figure of a seated man, and he used to be situated on the Yorkshire moors. And they moved him to the sculpture park because I think people kept coming up and trying to touch him and that. And so he's moved here now. So we're going to go and find him today. We're going to go and find some sculptures by Damien Hirst. I think he's got 4 sculptures here. So we're going to see if we can find them. So I'm just going to go for a little walk and I'll be back with you shortly. Speak to you soon. Bye. It's quite a chilly day in October. And it's chilly, but it's dry. Some nice geese over there, Canadian geese. And we are heading down towards what looks like a very tall pregnant lady. Now, you don't really think about walking around the grass and coming across a naked lady. And through the trees, you see a giant of a woman. And this is a Damien Hirst sculpture, and it's called the Virgin Mother. And she's 10 metres tall. And I think she was sculptured in 2005. And she's a bronze sculpture, but she's actually bronze, but she's made to look like she's plastic. And this half of her looks like she's naked. And as you walk around to see the other half, she's looks like you'll see the baby inside her. There you go. So you get a completely different perspective from this side. So that's one of Damien Hirst's sculptures. And say she's very imposing on the landscape. She sort of towers over most things that are here. Say she's 10 metres tall. And we're just going to come up here to find a couple of others that are by Damien Hirst. So we're nearly to the next sculpture by Damien Hirst, and it's one called Charity, and I'm not sure which year this one was sculptured, but we'll have a look when we get there. Just as we go around the corner now, you can see her. Actually, and those that are old enough will know that she's modelled on an old-fashioned charity box. It's a disabled young girl with a caliper on her leg, clutching a teddy. Then if we just go round, you can see that she's dropped some money, and as you go around, someone's crowbarred her open, and her back is open. So the sculpture park is vast, there's plenty to walk around, plenty of things to see. They've also got indoor galleries that you can look at. They've got a few Henry Moore sculptures dotted around as well. Right, so now we're going to go through the gate and across the bridge and have a look around over here. And this is Lady Eglinton's Well. And it says, after St Thomas's death in Wentworth, after St Thomas Wentworth's death in 1675, his wife, Lady Wentworth, had the tenancy of Bretton Hall. In 1679, she was styled as Countess of Eglinton. And this was her well. Well, there you go, some more Wentworth history. A family that never stops giving. We're now on the lower lake. And we have got David Nash's 71 Steps, 2010. Right. Well, we're going to be going up there. So this is David Nash's 71 Steps. Could be steps anywhere, couldn't it, really? But quite easy to walk up. And I'm not counting them. I just take it that there's 71. And yay, we made it to the top. Right. So just going to make my way, show you that it is actually there you go. Tells you all about it. Oh. Oops, Daisy. Oops, Daisy. Right. And I think I'm just about slim enough to get through here. We are on the path for the seated figure. I'm sure that he is up here, not too far ahead of us. It really is quite beautiful here in the autumn. It's lovely any time of year. It's quite tranquil, except for my heavy breathing, of course. We've got to be nearly there now. It's further than I thought, to tell the truth. But we're nearly there, and it's certainly going to be worth seeing. That's one thing I do know for sure. I was beginning to think that he's not here anymore. Right, I can see that he is ahead of me, but there seems to be a fair few amounts of students that are there. I don't know why, when I see him, I just get goosebumps. He's sitting there like he's contemplating life. And let's be honest, I think that's something we could all do with doing at the moment. So this is the seated figure by Sean Henry. And he's from 2016. And he's 3 meters high. The artist uses a clay model for his works when he's in the studio, and then after that they're cast in bronze. And when you look at him, there's such detail, and it really is like he's looking out across the landscape, and this is his view. Oops, this is his view, and look at the view that he's got. And is he contemplating the meaning of life? Isn't he absolutely tremendous? Oh, I think he's fantastic. I just love him. And look, that's another view from him. So I think this is a little shortcut. Takes out the muddy paths, hopefully. And there's just like this stone circle, stone structure, wall, circular wall in the middle. It's quite interesting on its own. That would have taken some to actually build that. So we're going round past that. And there's no entrance, it's just a complete circle. Well, that's interesting as well. So we're just going down here. I nearly asked this gentleman the time. But then I realised he's just a sculpture. It's amazing what you come across at the sculpture park. Now that is some sculpture of type. Some lovely stonework there. Now let's just get to see what this is called and who's it by. So this is Sean Scully and it's called Walldale Cubed. Right. And it was created in 2018. Right. Something different. He's been to the local quarry. So it's impossible to see everything at the Yorkshire Sculpture Park in one day. So I'm just having a walk around and I'm going to show you what I come across. Now, this is a bit freaky as far as I can see. But let's have a look to see who it's by first and what it is. I'm just gonna turn round and show you. If you can see, it's like a load of heads, like they've all been decapitated and put on a spike. I'll read a bit about it and I'll tell you. So it's actually called a circle of animals, and that's exactly what it is. A circle of animal heads. Quite ingenious, really. I have sure when I've been before I've actually seen this. So this has been here for quite a while. And yeah, I think my favourite would have to be the rooster. The circle of animals. It's really warming up now. Now the sun's out and it's turning into a nice day. And I must admit, you certainly can't say there's nothing to do here or nothing to see. So I'm going to show you something else in a minute. Just amazes me that these are outside all the time. And I don't know why I should be amazed. Now here's definitely a sculpture for me. And it's a bag of aspirations. And it's a vastly scaled up version of the very famous Birkin bag made by the French fashion house Hermes. Well, now that's something that I certainly would like. The bag of aspirations. Wow. Isn't that fantastic? I love it. Absolutely love it. You could get all my possessions in there. Absolutely love the bag of aspiration. Lots of work and dedication go into making all of these sculptures, and all the artists are extremely talented. So let's move on, because we can see something quite highly coloured through the tree. Now, this is quite interesting. I think it's quite interesting. I'm not sure what it is. A bit abstract, I suppose, but yeah, why not? And I think the first time I came to the sculpture park, this was the first sculpture that I ever saw. Still interesting. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. That looks something quite military or industrial there. Like they've just got it from a factory and plonked it there. Oh well. There's obviously some meaning to it. And I think this was actually called Bretton Hall. And I think it was used as a teacher's training college for quite a while. Wouldn't it be fantastic if they actually opened a house that you could walk around? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Beautiful house from the outside. And I'm sure it would be just as beautiful on the inside. And this is Tony Heaton's sculpture called Gold Lame, and it's based on the old mobility cars that you used to get in the 1970s, and they were always blue, always a blue colour. And I think this is one of the actual cars that has just been made into a sculpture. So I'm just going to go and find out a little bit about it, because there's a write-up for it just up there. So I'm just going to go and see what it says. So it's Tony Heaton's Gold Lame. Heaton's Gold Lame. It's made of fiberglass steel and automotive paint. Tony Heaton is a sculptor and disability rights activist. In his artwork, he often uses objects associated with disability. So yeah, that's right. It is based on the very basic three-wheel vehicles that were once given to disabled people by the NHS from 1948 for 30 years. The Invacar was provided to address the lack of access to public transport, and production of Invacar stopped in the late 1970s. And in 2003, it became illegal to drive them due to safety concerns. And Heaton was actually issued with an Invacar himself in 1971. Wow, that's interesting. So I think we're going to go up to the galleries now. We're going to go back into the country park, and there's quite a few Henry Moore sculptures in the park. But I haven't got time to go and walk around all of those individually today. But there it says, Henry Moore in Bretton Country Park. And they're dotted throughout the country park. As we go through, you'll see one or two right in front of you actually. And there's quite a few people about because it's a nice day. Right. So, and we're going to head up here. But you can see there's one over there, and there's one up here. So this is one of the Henry Moore sculptures that's in the Yorkshire Sculpture Park. I go this way, because whichever way I go, that person will go. It does say not to climb on the sculptures, but obviously children don't really listen. . That's a mighty big pickle and a sausage and 3 sausages. Not too sure what I make of these. And that looks just like a suit. And wow. Yeah, I think I might go inside and have a look around and come out here afterwards. How'd you do that? That's actually amazing. It's on the slant. And this is a sculpture by Daniel Ashcrom, and he's called Bronze Eroded Bunny, and it's from 2022. And there's a head over here, half a head. Looks like it's the head off of the Statue of Liberty, but obviously it's not. And it's not quite the same, it's just that it's that sort of colour. But it's quite amazing when you see something like that just on the ground. So I'll go around that. And let's just see what it's called. It's quite gorgeous, isn't it, actually? Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? And here is definitely another one of his eroded bronzes. Absolutely amazing. Another talented artist, sculpturist. Well, I've really had a good couple of hours at the Yorkshire Sculpture Park today. It's been really nice walking around and seeing a lot of the sculptures. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and a like, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Travels Around Britain. Leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and we'll reply. But please subscribe, because it really helps our channel, and we really enjoy making these videos for you. So until next time, it's a little bit windy here at the Yorkshire Sculpture Park. See you soon. Bye.